via the official website until May 9th. BFM announced today that its radio documentary, Fingertip Chef, Cooking My Life, has won the Regional Special Program Award in the radio category at the 37th Korean PD Awards. Aired on October 15th last year, the 4-part series tells the stories of visually impaired individuals through their personal recipes, introducing Korea's first recipe documentary. Narrated by An-nari, a teacher at the Busan School for the Blind, the program highlights resilience, challenge, and growth. A special rebroadcast will air on April 11th at 11 a.m., and the program is available anytime on BFM's website and YouTube channel. In international news, at least 98 people have been killed and more than 150 injured after a roof collapsed at a nightclub in the Dominican Republic's capital, Santo Domingo. The incident happened in the early hours of yesterday at a concert by popular merengue singer Ruby Perez at the Jet Set nightclub. Hundreds of people were inside the venue and some 400 rescuers are still searching for survivors. There are fears the death toll will rise further. And now for today's weather. The current weather in Busan is mostly clear, but it will gradually become cloudy starting tonight. The temperature is 16 degrees Celsius. The temperature will average around 13 degrees Celsius this evening. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with Nick Greenwood. BFM 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In Korea, meals hold deep cultural significance. When people meet, a common way to start a conversation is by asking, "Have you eaten? 밥 먹었니?" When someone feels tired or weak, we say that eating gives them strength, concept called rice power or 밥심. And when we say goodbye to someone we want to see again, we often say, "Let's grab a meal sometime. 밥 한번 먹자." Sharing a meal, which holds deep meaning, is something we do with people we call family. In Korean, the word for family is 식구, which literally means people who eat together. Those who share meals under the same roof every day are our family, our closest and most caring companions. Well, hello there everybody, my name is Nick, and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick off this hump day with As Is Am by Ed Sheeran.
They say we can do it our way, and if love's just a game, come and play. Azizan, meet me on the floor tonight. Show me how to move like the water in between the dancing lights. Be mine, Azizan.
like a magnet on me. I don't care what they say, we can do it our way. And if love's just a game, come and play. Azizan, meet me on the floor tonight. Show me how to move like the water in between the dancing lights. Be mine, Azizan. Meet me on the floor tonight. Show me how to move like the water in between the dancing lights. Be mine, Azizan.
As Is Am by Ed Sheeran, welcoming you to For Your Busan this Wednesday hump day afternoon. My name is Nick and I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Now, when we learn a new language, we usually start with learning the numbers, followed by self-introductions. Soon after, we learn how to talk about our family, including how many members we have, and what we call each of them as well. Unlike in the past, introducing one's family doesn't take as long anymore. As nuclear families become more common, the number of family members has decreased. Still, family remains one of the most important units in our society. Especially in today's era of low marriage and birth rates, the meaning of family has become even more significant. In Busan, various policies are being introduced to support families, and one of these is the 100 Fathers Group, 100인의 아빠단. Now, this initiative began as an online program promoted by the Ministry of Health and Welfare to encourage fathers to take an active role in parenting and to create a new culture of parenting. In 2018, Busan became the first city in the country to launch it offline, and the project has since spread nationwide. Busan City is now recruiting members for the 9th cohort of the 100 Fathers Group through the 16th of this month. Now, this year, the program has expanded its eligibility to include 100 first-time fathers who live in Busan and have children aged 4 to 2nd grade in elementary school. And priority will be given to first-time applicants, families with multiple children, as well as multicultural families. The program will begin with an opening ceremony and will include a variety of experiences that fathers can enjoy with their children. So, if you're looking to spend more quality time with your family, why not consider joining this program this year? A bit of father-child time can never go amiss, right? Well, hello there, everyone. The time is 5:11. No, not 5:11, 4:11 in the afternoon. We're still in the first half. This is For Your Busan, and it's great to see lots of love coming in on the live chatting area as always. Benny Nim coming in rather quickly as always, which is fantastic to see, saying first, 1등, hi Nick, Chang Pidiano, happy hump day. Happy hump day, Benny Nim, welcome to the show. Juliet Nim coming in second place, welcome, and saying, I need my Ning Nim's Poyol Busan fix, and I'm not exaggerating. I love that term, your fix of Poyol Busan. I hope you're not addicted though. Addictions, well, I'm very honoured that you love the show. Addictions can never be good, right? But I know you're not addicted, Juliet Nim. You're just showing a lot of love, right? We also have, it's nice to see you calling each other precious, Benny and Juliet Nim. That's always good. Master Kittenim, how you doing? Saying third. Good to see you, Master Kittenim, after a while. Hope you're doing well. And I certainly do hope that you're having a wonderful week so far. It is hump day. We have Sangmin Parknim as well. Welcome to the show, Sangmin Parknim. Always fantastic to see you. And anyone else just joining right now, how you doing? Welcome to the show. 줄리아님 say 맞아요. 중독됐습니다. 괜찮습니다. It's okay. This is the kind of addiction where I think is not too bad because... Well, I don't have any good reasons. Because you're learning, right? You know, learning a different language, communicating with me, it's more like a friendship than an addiction. So I think it's okay. Busan Ajanim coming in with hi. Welcome to the show, Busan Ajanim. Always fantastic to see you. Now, Master Kittenim had a question saying, 그러고 보니 영어 서수 중에서 11, 11은 11ST, 12, 12ND, 13, 13RD로 쓰는 게 맞나요? 11th, no. So 11, 11이라면 11th입니다. So 11th. Yeah. I don't know why, because it's not 10 first. It's 11th. 12th is also th. 13th is also th. 다 th인 것 같아요. After 11th, yeah. 10을 이후로는 다 th 붙여서 말하는 것 같습니다. 20th, 30th, 40th, yeah. So after 10, it's all th. There you go. Yeah, I actually just learned that for the first time as well. Good question. It made me think. Very good. And lots of people, yeah, Juliet Nim as well. So thank you for, yeah. I'm confused now. 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Yeah, Mato, I think that's right. That's difficult. Yeah. Good question. Thank you very much for that. And anyone else, if you do have a question, feel free to send it to me. 오늘도 for your 부산의 토픽은 여러분이 하고 싶은 이야기로 정해집니다. 여러분이 이야기하고 싶은 토픽을 보내주시면 됩니다. You can join the conversation in English and Korean. Just send a message to #9050, 샵 9050 should cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message or a YouTube live message, where you can jump into the conversation with our wonderful family and friends right here. A bit more interactive, a two-way conversation or a multi-way conversation. I'm going to let you know what's coming up on today's show. We're going to have Busan Is, where we bring you the latest updates and insights in the Busan news segment with our 6 p.m. news anchor Hong Jung-hwa. Latte Maria will follow that. Time to share my thoughts about everything in the world. It's also a moment to reflect on how things were back in my day. Work-Life Busan, sharing advice from expert Jennifer, helping you achieve the perfect work life in the city of Busan. And then My Life, My English will open the second half of the show, where we have people that we find on the streets. It sounds a bit weird, but we find them on the streets, we invite them to the studio, and we hear their story. Because it's always fascinating to hear about the wonderful people that make up this city. And then we're going to have Quiz Master, of course. It's Wednesday today. You know what that means. Wednesday hump day means it's pizza day. So there are some great prizes on the line. It's going to be a bit of fun. Make sure you participate in the second half. Busan 친구 Talk will also be in the second half, rounding off the show, where Melissa comes in, who is a Busan local and an American, and she shares some amusing anecdotes about how expats perceive life in the city. So, there you go. Remember, Peter is on the line, so send your messages today, especially in the second half of the show, but feel free to send them now as well. We have Jenny Nim, welcome to the show, saying 오늘도 안녕하세요, 닉 그리고 친구들. 뉴질랜드는 이번 주부터 Daylight Saving 끝나서 1시간 일찍 만나서 좋아요. Daylight Savings time. It's always so confusing, isn't it? I'm glad that they don't do it in Korea, because in England, when I was a kid, all of our clocks were automatically set. So when it hit daylight saving, you'd see the clock spin its arms furiously, getting to the right time. It was always quite fascinating. But yeah, for sure. Welcome back to the past, I think. Right, 1시간 일찍 만나서 좋죠. Hope you're having a good day, an earlier day. Saying it's 7:15 p.m. there now. That's great. You've got more time to hang around before you get to go to bed. All right, everyone, send your messages in. We're going to be right back, so don't go anywhere with Busan Is.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is 4:17 in the afternoon on a Wednesday hump day. And joining me on this lovely day is 홍정화님.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다.
오늘은 여름도 있고 겨울도 있고 우리 스튜디오에.
그래요?
봄도 있고.
그죠. 티셔츠를 보니까 전 티셔츠를 입었고
네.
홍당당님은 카디건 입으셨네요. 살짝 좀 쌀쌀한 것 같아요, 밖에서.
그러니까요. 왜
그렇죠.
저에게는 봄이 안 오는 겁니까?
그렇죠. 장 PD 혹시 추우세요?
No.
Oh no, he's worn a jumper of some sort. It is very spring sweater, I think. Okay. So, are you having a good day?
네. 날씨는 정말 좋고요. 네, 기분도 좋고 다 좋습니다.
예.
단지 좀 추울 뿐.
예. 햇빛이 조금 더 나왔으면 좋겠어요.
네, 맞아요. 네.
구름이 좀 많긴 한데.
이제는 벚꽃들이 다 이제 지기 시작하더라고요.
예.
잎들이 나오는데 그 초록 잎들이 정말 예쁜 거예요.
그죠. 예쁘죠.
네,
좀
네.
초록색이 제일 좋아요, 사실.
그래요.
보시다시피.
오늘은 새싹 버전이군요.
그렇죠. Okay, so we're going to go into some news.
네, 부산시가 14일까지 일회용품 없는 친환경 축제 지원 사업에 참여할 9군을 모집한다는 소식입니다. 지역에 축제들이 많이 열리잖아요. 그런 축제장에서 다회용기 등 재활용할 수 있는 물품을 사용하면서 탄소 배출을 줄이고 또 쓰레기 없는 쾌적한 환경을 만들기 위한 목적입니다. 부산시는 친환경 축제 실행 가능성과 지원 필요성 등을 평가해서 10개 내외의 9군을 선정할 예정이고요. 선정된 9군은 다회용기를 사용하고 그에 따른 예산을 지원받게 됩니다. 축제에서 텀블러 등을 사용하는 시민들에 대한 인센티브도 줍니다. 우선 다음 달 5일 북구 화명 생태공원에서 열리는 부산 밀 페스티벌부터 다회용기를 도입할 예정입니다.
Busan City announced on the 9th that it is recruiting districts to participate in a support project for eco-friendly festivals aiming to eliminate single-use plastics. The initiative encourages districts to use reusable items like containers during local festivals to reduce carbon emissions and create a trash-free, pleasant environment. Busan will select around 10 districts based on the feasibility of implementing eco-friendly festivals and the need for support. The chosen districts will be provided with a budget to use reusable containers and will also offer incentives to citizens using items like tumblers at festivals. The Busan Wheat Festival, scheduled for May the 5th at Hwamyeong Ecological Park in Bukgu, will be the first to introduce reusable containers.
네, 부산 시립미술관은 오는 23일부터 25일까지 그랜드 조선 부산에서 국제 학술 세미나 미래미술관 포럼을 마련합니다. 포럼에서는 4차 산업혁명, 환경오염, 신냉전 시대 등 글로벌 위기 속에서 미술관이 수행해야 할 새로운 사회적 역할과 예술 플랫폼을 논의할 예정입니다. 세계 각국의 미술관 관계자들이 참여해서 미래형 미술관으로서 실천 방안을 공유하고 국제미술관 협의체로서 또 공동 프로젝트를 개발하기 위해 논의도 진행할 예정입니다.
The Busan Museum of Art will hold an international academic seminar, the Future Museum Forum, from the 23rd to the 25th at the Grand Chosun Busan. The forum will address new societal roles and artistic platforms for museums in the face of global crises such as the Fourth Industrial Revolution, environmental pollution, and the new Cold War. Museum officials from around the world will share practical solutions for future-oriented museums and discuss the development of joint projects as part of an international museum coalition.
네, 부산시와 부산 글로벌 도시재단은 부산에 거주하는 외국인 주민들의 의견을 수렴하는 제1기 부산 외국인 주민 커넥터를 모집합니다. 외국인 주민이 생활 속의 어려움과 정책 개선 의견을 제시하고요. 또 지역 활동으로 부산을 더욱더 살기 좋은 도시로 만드는 실천형 외국인 참여 프로그램입니다. 커넥터로 선정된 외국인 주민은 지역구별로 명소, 생활 꿀팁, 맛집 등 정보 콘텐츠 제작과 지역사회 연계 활동 참여, 역량 강화 교육 등을 하게 되고요. 모든 활동은 콘텐츠로 제작돼 발간될 예정입니다. 커넥터에게는 소정의 활동비, 또 자원봉사 시간 인정, 성과 기반 포상 외에도 외국인 주민 소통 플랫폼인 라이프인 부산 이 웹사이트 내 활동 내용을 공유하게 되는데요. 한국에 1년 이상 거주하거나 부산에 90일을 초과해 거주하는 만 18세 이상 외국인 주민은 누구나 참여 가능합니다.
Busan City and the Busan Global City Foundation have announced the recruitment of the first Busan Foreign Resident Connector program to gather opinions from foreign residents living in Busan. This program aims to collect feedback on challenges faced by foreign residents and improve local policies to enhance the city's livability. Selected foreign residents will engage in various activities, such as creating content about local attractions, useful tips, and restaurants, participating in community-based initiatives, and taking part in capacity-building training. All their activities will be documented and published. Participants will receive a small activity stipend, volunteer hours recognition, performance-based rewards, and the opportunity to share their experiences on the Life in Busan website, a communication platform for foreign residents. Anyone who has lived in Korea for more than a year or in Busan for over 90 days and is at least 18 years old can apply.
네, 부산시가 잠재력 있는 골목을 부산 대표 상권으로 발전시키는 지원사업 대상을 21일까지 신규로 모집합니다. 신청 대상은 골목 상권 소상공인 30인 이상으로 구성된 골목 상권 공동체고요. 지원 규모는 총 5곳에 상권당 2,500만 원의 성장 지원금을 줍니다. 부산시는 상인 역량 강화, 또 골목 상권 특색에 맞는 브랜드화 전략 수립, 또 상권 이야기, 발굴, 공동 마케팅, 환경 개선 등을 컨설팅해 줍니다. 이미 2, 3년 차 사업을 수행하고 있는 기존 골목 상권 10곳은 평가를 통해 지원금을 차등 지급할 예정이라고 합니다. 최고 등급을 받은 2곳은 우수 골목인 부산다운 골목 도움으로 선정해 최대 1억 원의 지원금을 지급하고 2단계인 집중 육성 과정을 거치게 됩니다.
Busan City is recruiting new applicants for a support program aimed at developing promising alleyways into representative commercial districts of Busan. Applications for the program will be accepted until the 21st of April. Eligible applicants are alleyway commercial communities consisting of 30 or more small business owners. A total of 5 selected districts will each receive 25 million Korean won in growth support. Busan City will provide consulting in various areas, including strengthening the capabilities of business owners, developing branding strategies tailored to the alleyway's unique characteristics, storytelling, joy marketing, and environmental improvements. Additionally, 10 existing alleyway districts that have been operating for 2 to 3 years will be evaluated for tiered funding. The top 2 districts will be selected as Busan's best alleyways and receive up to 100 million Korean won in support, along with a focused development program.
네, 여기까지 부산 소식 전해드렸습니다.
We've got some hellos coming in. Juliet-님 saying, "Oh, confident 홍당당님 안녕하세요."
안녕하세요.
베니님도 홍당당님 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
안녕하십니까. 아이고 겸손하시네요. 그리고 제니님께서 I like green too. 지금 저도 이곳이랑 거의 똑같은 그린 점퍼네요. 줄리엣님도 저도 light green sweater 입고 있어요. 대박.
그렇군요.
텔레파시.
그렇군요. 저 양말.
양말. 오케이.
왜 보이세요? 네.
멋진데요? 되게 멋진데요?
위로 한번 들어주세요.
아니 방송 중에 발을 그렇게
제조 시간이 아니에요. She's wearing darker green than this.
택견이나 태권도 뭐 씹어.
그죠? Yeah. Welcome to the Green Club. It is consisting of me. Yeah.
상상하니까 너무 웃기네요.
양말만 벗어서.
그건 더 웃기네요. 이거 방송 사고입니다. 큰일 납니다.
줄리안님께서 엄청 좋은 말씀 많이 해주시네요. 뉴스 코너 너무 좋아요. 한국어, 영어 두 분 다 완벽하십니다. 목소리
감사합니다.
최고.
도움이 된다면, 정보가 전해진다면 정말 너무 보람이 있는
그렇죠.
시간이죠.
일석이조. 영어도 배우고 한국어도 배우고
맞습니다.
뉴스도 알고.
네, 속담도 배우고.
그렇죠.
꽝
일석삼조.
먹고 알 먹고 막 유이 좋고 매부 좋고.
그죠. 다 먹고. 좋아요. Okay. And welcome to the show 고수님 as well, saying 저도 좋아하는 색은 그린입니다. 껴주세요. Welcome to the club, 고수님. 어서 오세요. Okay, it's now time to move on to our proverb time. 속담 시간입니다.
네. 자, 이게 너무 앞부분이 짧고 어려워서 제가 이번에는 그 객관식 준비했어요. 큰일 나겠네, 쥐가.
잔인한가요? 아닌가요?
자, 보기 드릴게요.
보기 있어. 보기. 예.
네네.
오케이.
쥐구멍에 남대문 세우겠다. 쥐구멍에 포도청 세우겠다. 쥐구멍에 홍살문 세우겠다.
참고로 저는 쥐덫을 좋아하지 않습니다. 그냥 TV에서 봤던 거.
네.
자, 남대문, 포도청,
홍살문.
홍살문이 뭐예요?
모르는 게 답인가요?
오케이, 예. 그럼 홍살문으로 할게요.
딩동댕.
예스. 그럼 무엇인지 좀 알려주세요.
네, 쥐구멍에 홍살문 세우겠다 이런 속담이 있는데
홍삼이랑 비슷한 건가요?
홍살문은 그러니까 붉은 홍자를 써서 그 되게 중요한 예를 들면 궁 혹은 관아, 옛날 관아, 혹은 좀 중요한 묘 입구에 빨간색 창 이게 살로 되어 있는 대문 전통 대문 모습 있어요.
오케이.
그게 홍살문이거든요.
홍살문.
네네네. 그래서 전통 대문을 뜻해서 붉은색 칠을 한 문인데 충절과 정절을 상징하는 우리 전통 대문을 말합니다. 그래서 쥐구멍에 홍살문 세우겠다는 말도 안 된다. 웬 쥐구멍이 이렇게 정절과 충절을 나타내는 홍살문을 세운다는 것은 가당치도 않는데 이것을 막 하겠다고 막 나서고 하는 것에 대해서 비교해서 얘기하는 속담입니다.
So a 홍살문 is like a big red archway that you place in front of palaces or cemeteries, important places.
네, 보통 근데 이렇게 각이 진 것 같아요.
Oh, so it's like a square,
동그랗진 않고
kind of like a square shape.
네모나게 진 거.
네모나게.
네네.
So it's like a square angled shape. And then you put it in front of important places. But then
지나가는
좀
불에
써야 되는데
네, 뭐 하겠다.
말하면 안 될 것 같은데요.
말하지 마세요.
원래 뭐 길거리에서 사람들이 좀 그런 것을 하잖아요. 좀
담배.
지나가는
담배.
그렇게 말해도 돼요.
네네네.
예.
뭐 담배.
지나가는 불에 살짝 좀 불 좀 주세요.
불.
그렇게 하지 않을까?
그러면
감사합니다.
지나가는 불에 흡연.
아닐까요?
네, 말리고 싶네요, 이건.
예.
지나가는 불에 의미는 확실히 아신 것 같아요. 근데 그 좀 더 정확히 우리 몸에 나쁜 것보다는 좋은 걸로 갑시다.
오케이.
밥 익히기.
밥 익히기.
네.
오케이. 비슷한 느낌이죠.
맞아요.
그렇죠.
네, 뜻을 정확히 알고 계셔. 네.
기회가 오면 뭐 좀 바로 한다. 뭐 그런 뜻이겠죠.
역시 맞습니다. 우연한 기회가 찾아왔을 때 그것을 싹 잡아서 이용했을 때 이런 비유를 통할 수 있고요. 또 일부러 그 사람을 위해서 뭐 불을 지핀 건 아닌데 어쩌다 보니 결과적으로는 그렇게 또 밥을 익히게 되는 상황이 그렇게 됐을 때 이렇게 한 두 가지 정도로 쓸 수 있는 속담이에요.
So you might as well do it when the chance appears. You might as well do it.
네.
Yeah, just go for it when the opportunity presents itself, because it will disappear quickly. Okay, that was number 2. Let's move on to number 3.
네. 자, 우립 만드는 동안
우립이 뭔가요?
비가 올 때 갈대를 잘라서 삭간 모양으로 만들면 비가 또르르 하고 떨어지는 옛날
약간
우산처럼
우산 모자.
네네.
우산 모자.
네네. 그러니까 우산 대용으로 쓰는 우립 삭갓을 얘기합니다.
요즘도 그런 베트남 사람들이 많이 쓰는
맞아요. 그렇게
그런,
비슷한 거. 우리도
그런
비 올
모자죠.
때는 많이 쓰거든요.
한 번 더 말해주세요.
그 우립.
예,
우립을 만드는 동안
돈이 없어진다? 모르겠어요.
비싼가 봐.
힌트 주세요.
이걸 비가 오니까 이제 이걸 만들겠죠.
비가 그친다.
와, 맞습니다.
ironic
네,
하죠.
네. 우립 만드는 동안 날이 갠다. 속담인데요.
예,
비가
날씨가
온 다음에
풀린다.
비가 오네 하고 이제 우립 만드는 거예요. 갈 쪼개고 만들고 엮고 하다 보면 날이 갠다.
이거 어떡해요.
그만큼 사전에 미리미리 준비해야지 그때 비 오고 이제 우립 만들면 늦다 이런 속담입니다.
그럴 때가 되게 많은 것 같은데요. 비가 막 많이 오고 있는데 그래서 편의점에 잠깐 가서 우산을 샀는데 비가 그친 거예요.
맞아요. 그때 반품 안 하시죠?
못하죠.
그렇죠.
이미 그 비늘 뜯었으니까.
맞아.
예. Interesting stuff. That was today's 속담. I learned a lot. Now, before you go, 오늘의 quiz question, text topic 한번 여쭤보겠습니다.
네.
It's about the good times in life. 나의 가장 재미있었던 시절로 돌아갈 수 있다면 몇 살로 돌아가고 싶으신가요?
가장 재밌던 시간.
예, 지금이라고 말하지 마세요.
네, 알겠습니다. 말할 뻔했네요. 한 10년 전.
10년 전.
네, 10년 전이 딱 좋을 것
왜요?
같아요.
이유도 같이 말해주세요.
아이도 어려서 재밌었고요. 저도 젊어서 재밌었고요.
이제 아이가 말할 수 있어서 좀 재미없어진 거.
말을 좀 하다가 이제 또 안 하는 나이가 되니까.
말 좀 그만해.
그때 재밌었던 것 같아요.
스윗하네요.
네.
Okay. Everyone, when is your best time? When would you go back to if you could? What age? You can say now as well, but tell me another. I know now is great for a lot of you, but let us know. We'll be right back. 홍당당님, 내일 뵙겠습니다.
감사합니다.
We're going to take a song break. This was requested by Benny Nim, Lucky One by EXO.
태양이 뜬다 널 찾아줄 지도를 들고 좌표를 따라 나서는 항로 No matter 좁힌 아침밤은 너를 향할 테니 너를 닮은 하늘은 아름다워 오늘도 이대로 너는 부셔 익숙한 듯 낯선 길 피어버릴게 너와 나의 평행선 넘어 I don't mind 큰 파도에 밀려 이 항해의 끝에 내가 휘몰아치는 순간 내 세상에 멈춰서 넌 나의 only one 너를 발견한 순간 더 찬란히 빛나는 I'll be the lucky one 너와 나 이곳에 keep on coming 같은 시간 속에 하나 된 그 순간 We'll be the lucky one Girl 비밀스럽게 숨겨둔 너의 고백 Just tell me right now 다가갈게 한 걸음 내 곁에 baby 오늘도 제대로 never go back 오직 나만 안내를 바꿔버릴게 너와 나의 평행선 넘어 I don't mind 큰 파도에 밀려 이 항해의 끝에 내가 휘몰아치는 순간 내 세상에 멈춰서 넌 나의 only one 너를 발견한 순간 더 찬란히 빛나는 I'll be the lucky one 너와 나 이곳에 keep on coming 같은 시간 속에 하나 된 그 순간 We'll be the lucky ones 수많은 사람 속 나의 lover 운이 좋게 찾은 내 글로벌 올 것 같은 얘기고 너란 행운도 멋지지 누가 뭐라 해도 널 알아갈수록 yeah let's go 공존할 수 없는 것은 없어 넌 나의 only one 나의 lucky one cause I 휘몰아치는 순간 내 세상에 멈춰서 넌 나의 only one 너를 발견한 순간 더 찬란히 빛나는 I'll be the lucky one 너와 나 이곳에 keep on coming 같은 시간 속에 하나 된 그 순간 We'll be the lucky ones I am the lucky one I am the lucky one
Lucky One by EXO, requested by Benny Nim. Thank you very much for that. Welcome back to the show. It's 4:37 in the afternoon. You're listening to For Your Busan. My name is Nick. Hope you're having a wonderful day, keeping warm. It is relatively warm, but the wind is a little bit strong in some places, so make sure you take care. Make sure nothing's falling above your head. We've got some messages coming in, which is always lovely to see. Lots of people messaging in Busan, and they're messaging in a lot. It's good to see you, my friend. We also had new messengers, new listeners, I believe, messaging in. We had someone called Shiginim. Hello, Shiginim, saying 안녕하세요. Welcome to the show, Shiginim. 안녕하세요. Back to you. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the show. It's lovely to have you join this community. We also had Im Sung-hwan-nim as well, saying that they're traveling right now. They're commuting. Welcome to the show, Im Sung-hwan-nim. Hope you're having a great day. Be safe while you're traveling. Saying that there's lots of cars and there's lots of traffic, so please be careful. Better late than never, right? Take it slow. Be careful of the cars around you. Unless you're on a bus. I think you say you ride the bus, right? Hold on tight. We've also got Jinlinim. Welcome to the show. In regards to the cherry blossoms, speaking some facts, spitting some truths right here, saying 영원한 거 없죠. 안녕 잘 가 벚꽃 내년에 또 만나 고마워 초록초록 연두 가로수 터널 만들어줘서. Hi Nick. Hi Jinlinim. That was a very poetic way to come into the show. I would have to agree with you. Thank you for making this lovely, nice tunnels of 벚꽃 for us. See you next year. They were pretty while they lasted. But I do quite like 홍당당님 said, I do quite like seeing the green buds appearing on the trees. Green is just such a vibrant color, right? It just makes me feel alive again. You know, during the winter, everything is grey, leafless. It's quite depressing sometimes. But when I see that green start to appear, it feels good. It feels good. I start feeling happy and excited for what's to come in the rest of the year. Now, today's text topic is about your best times of your life. When would you go back to if you could go back in time? 나의 가장 재미있었던 시절로 돌아갈 수 있다면 몇 살로 돌아가고 싶으신가요? Let me know when you want to go back to. Benny Nim says, I would like to go back to my elementary school days. And the reason being, I like to be more playful and I can be more active outdoors too. Yeah, you know, nothing's stopping you being playful now. I guess it's different. If you are a kid and you're jumping about in the middle of the street and singing, people just look at you and think, oh, cute kids, having fun while they're young. But if you get to 30-something, like me, and then you start jumping in the street and singing, people will look at you like a bit of a weirdo. So I'll agree with you on that one. You can kind of just be a kid and not have to feel embarrassed. And going outdoors, too, is always a good perk of that. We've got a couple more coming in. We have Paulim messaging in. Welcome to the show, Paulim, on Kakao Talk today, saying, 4th grade elementary school, 초등학교 4학년 때로 돌아가고 싶어요. 그때 아동 시설도 재미있게 읽었고 디지땡 채널 보면서 High School Musical 엄청 재미있게 봤어요. 순수하고 행복했죠. You were only grade 4 when High School Musical came out. Wow, you're still pretty young, at least compared to me. I can't remember how old I was when that came out, but I have the same memories, going to my friend's house, watching the Dizideng channel, and we watched High School Musical. I think because we really liked, is it Vanessa Hudgens? You know, I was like a young teenager, so I thought, oh, Vanessa Hudgens, she's cute. And Zac Efron was he was the hot actor at the time. I enjoyed that too. Good times. I guess we did have some similar 겹치는 memories as we grew up. Anyone else, please tell me, when do you want to go back to? If I did miss it, sorry, there's quite a few messages coming in. Resend it to me, and then I will read it out. When do you want to go back to in your life? You can say now if you want, but maybe go somewhere else. Okay, 고수님 saying, 저의 가장 즐거웠던 시절은 20살로 다시 돌아가고 싶어요. 그 이유는 아무것도 몰랐던 그때가 운동으로 힘들었고 친구들로 즐거웠던 시기였네요. Kind of a more simple time, right? The hardest things in your life were just from working out and you could hang out with your friends. These days, as you get older, more societal stress, financial stress, family stress, right? The 20s were a good time. I will have to agree with you. Yeah. But you know what? Nothing's stopping you from exercising now, getting, sweating a little bit. I think you can do it. Age is just a number as they say. 제니님 saying, 저도요, 고수님처럼 대학 1학년으로 돌아가서 다시 그 시절을 즐기고 싶어요. University was amazing. And I think it's because I didn't study that much in university. I'm not condoning not studying, but I don't remember doing that much studying at university. I just remember being out with my friends all the time, getting used to independent life, right? Just living with my friends in the same house, going out a lot, experiencing friends, love, laughter. It was a lot of fun, a lot of self-discovery, maybe a little bit of studying. Just a little bit. But it sounds like you had a great time as well, Jenny Nim, and it's paid off as well. 미나강님, welcome to the show. saying 저는 대학원 시절 스웨덴으로 교환 연구 갔던 시절로 돌아가고 싶어요. 혼자이던 시절 많은 선택을 자유롭게 할 수 있었던 시절로 돌아가고 싶어요. 지금은 한나의 엄마, 아내, 부모님의 딸 역할들이 많네요. Simpler times, Sweden would have been a very interesting life. It sounds like you lived a great time in your graduate stages, so good on you. Thank you and welcome to the show, 미나강님. Keep sending the messages in, and in the meantime, Jennifer's going to come in. Don't go anywhere.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. It's 4:44 in the afternoon, and joining me here is Jennifer.
Hello, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
Would you say you are happy right now? Are you happy in this present moment in life?
I'm very grateful. I'm happy.
Okay. You are happy. Then, if you could go back in time to a more happy time, if it exists, 가장 재미있었던 시절로 돌아갈 수 있다면 몇 살로 돌아가실 건가요?
Like Benny Nim, I was listening outside the studio. I want to go back to my early 20s. I was much more energetic, adventurous. Yeah, I was willing to try anything.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I don't know. I'm definitely lacking energy.
Yeah, of course. I think you lose energy as you grow older.
Yeah, lacking energy, and I play safe.
Yeah, play it safe. Less risk-taking.
Boring adult.
But you lived your 20s well, right? You had a good time.
Yeah.
So no regrets?
No regrets.
That's good. So I guess as you get older, one of the things that you have to take care of are relationships at work, tensions at work. And that's what this segment, Work-Life Busan, is all about.
Yes, that's right.
So what are we talking about today?
So this week we're talking about something that's been creating quite friction in many companies, hybrid work tension.
So we're not talking about
재택근무가 많잖아요. So hybrid work tension,
Okay, we're talking about working from home as well as the office, back and forth.
Yeah.
I guess that's the definition of hybrid.
Yeah,
right?
some people prefer working from home while others thrive in the office. They love it.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen some.
Really? I guess so, yeah. And, with meetings as well, not everyone likes face-to-face meetings, right?
What's funny is a lot of married people, they prefer to stay in the office and work in the office working from home.
Oh, because they want to get away from their families. Oh, I didn't think about that.
A lot of housework.
That's true. Get away from
taking care of kids.
Bit of nagging. You want to get away from that, right?
Yeah.
So as always, we've got two stories to share with our listeners. Could you take the first one for us?
Okay, this one comes from Sujin, who works in a mid-sized tech company. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
We work in a hybrid system, 2 days in the office, 3 days remote. But there's one teammate who always tries to avoid the office, even on assigned office days. When we have Zoom meetings, they never turn on their camera, barely speak, and constantly say they are too busy to meet. It's hard to feel like we are part of the same team. I'm not asking for constant meetings, but some visibility and basic communication would be nice. The rest of us are starting to feel resentful.
You know what this means? That person is in Hawaii right now, sipping a pina colada, not turning on their Zoom camera. Right? That's
You never know. You never know.
They're on the beach somewhere, Yeah, it sounds like that person has taken remote work a little too far.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, too far. And even if they're, actually are at home, seems they're just want to be isolated from their colleagues and everyone as well.
Because with my job, I give lectures sometimes online, and when all the participants have cameras off, I start wondering if they're there, or I'm talking to myself.
Right, and I think you see a lot of these on social media where people are actually, they're not paying attention. The camera's off, maybe they're scrolling on their phone or they're in their pajamas or worse.
So Sujin's frustration is understandable. When someone disappears into the remote void, the team chemistry really suffers.
For sure. And remote work requires more intentional communication because it's not just about turning in your tasks. You have to be a part of the group as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, from this company, it sounds like a decent company.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure what the work is, but 2 days in the office. 3 days out, which means 5 days out because of the weekends included. That's a pretty good deal.
꿀인데요.
I know, but but you know, everyone to each his own. So yeah, what advice would you give to Sujin?
I'd say try to open a conversation, not with blame, but curiosity. Maybe ask, hey, I've noticed you've been quiet lately. Is there anything we can do to support better communication? Not like, oh, where have you been? Oh, were you there? You know, sometimes people don't realize how much their silence impacts others. And if that doesn't work, it might be time to talk with the manager about clearer team norms for remote behavior. There should be a set of rules to follow. Yeah.
Can telltale on them.
고자질. 네.
That makes sense. Especially if you feel like someone's not pulling their weight and you suspect they're not really working hard because they're never turning their camera on. It can be pretty frustrating. So it could get to the point where you want to talk to the manager to, you know, deal with this situation.
What do you prefer normally? Do you prefer to like talk to people face to face or
it depends.
communicate online?
It's interesting because at the radio station, you know, I communicate with a lot of people, but it's through a screen.
Yeah.
So I'm reading a lot of it. Of course, I don't doubt if I could see everyone, it would
But
be
there's
amazing.
a lot of interaction.
There is,
here,
there
right?
is. There is a lot of interaction. And, you know, I talk to you, I talk to the producer as well. So it's pretty sweet. I've got no complaints. I like this right now. You work mostly face-to-face with clients and stuff, right?
But sometimes I have this situation, like I work online. And, it can be frustrating at times.
For sure. All right then, well that's one side of the coin. It's time for something a little different. This is a story from Jae-ho, a new hire at a marketing agency. My manager insists on in-person meetings for everything, even when it could easily be done with a quick call or message. I spend more time communicating and sitting in meetings than actually getting work done. I don't want to seem lazy, but I value time and efficiency. Is it wrong to prefer remote work if it helps me stay focused?
That's a fair point. Sometimes in-person meetings feel like they're just held for traditional sake. You know, that some people are very traditional. They have to see face-to-face. But if it's nothing urgent, if it's something small, like agenda is not so big, it can be done online. It's much more efficient.
I think it's 개박해, right? If it's like a big, important shareholders meeting, then maybe in person. But if it's just to update, give a quick bit of like, do this and this,
minor,
you don't need to call them in, do you?
No.
There is this idea, like you said, that FaceTime equals productivity, but it's not always true. Different people work differently, especially for Gen Z or younger millennials. You know, flexibility isn't about avoiding work, it's about managing it better, right?
Yeah, so they use their time wisely.
Yeah.
They don't want to waste time.
Yeah.
And I think in Jaeho's case, it might help to suggest a compromise. Maybe proposing like which meetings could be done virtually or not. Framing it as a way to improve productivity might make the manager more open to the idea. So like you said, it depends on the agenda.
I think a lot of the time in the manager's point of view, I've never been a manager, so it's usually hard for me to empathize, but I am trying. With a manager, he's got to manage a whole team of people, right? It's sometimes difficult to cater to every single person's specific needs. So maybe Jae-ho works fantastically at home. He's super productive, but the other 99 employees, they just sit around and just, you know, suck their thumbs and do nothing. You got to kind of then just group everyone together and do the same thing sometimes.
And the manager might be used to that work style.
For sure, It's interesting how both stories show the same issues, different expectations in the hybrid world from opposite angles.
Yeah, one person is too remote while the other is being forced to be like too in person,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Finding balance is key, and we should never stop communicating.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Whether you're in the office or at home, being visible,
Yeah.
turning the camera on maybe.
Oh, that makes a big difference.
It does.
I find.
It
yeah.
does. Someone could easily just record a video of themselves slightly moving and just play it on repeat. Maybe
I never thought about
deceive
that.
the system. I'm not giving advice to ideas to anyone, but it's being respectful of others' time. It makes all the difference.
Yeah, if I feel like I'm the only person with the camera on, like sometimes it makes me feel like I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, for sure. We have Sang-Yun-nim messaging in saying, I'm currently a full-time remote worker. No stress on commute and flexible time management are pros, but there are downsides, such as I have to put extra energy to get to the job done through indirect communications. Yeah. It seems like you got a pretty sweet deal, full-time remote worker. Maybe if it takes the average person 45 minutes to an hour to get to work, that time could be used to either do more work or to relax and be more productive later when you do work.
Yeah, and also with the language barrier, if you're speaking a second language at work, it might be better to have a face-to-face meeting just to make sure there's no misunderstanding.
Yeah, for
everybody's on the same wavelength.
I totally agree. Jennifer, thank you so much for bringing us this interesting concept, something that many people go through.
Yeah,
for sure.
if you have a workplace dilemma or story you'd like to share with us, please don't hesitate to send it our way.
All right.
We'll do our best to help.
All right, we'll see you next week. Have a great week, Jennifer.
Will do. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, everyone, we're going to wrap up the first half here, but don't go anywhere, because as always, we'll be back at 5. This was a request song by Jenny Nim, Sorry I Am Here for Someone Else by Benson Boone.
And I really hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. She was running late for dinner outside town. Left the phone a little bitter, but it's cool for now. Far from perfect for each other, but we're working it out, I suppose. Now I'm waiting at the diner looking traumatized, 'cause you walk up to the table with an order of fries. And I know you, yes I know you, used to love you. And I said, I'm sorry I'm here for someone else. It's good to see your face, and I really hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry I'm here for someone else. I wish that I could stay and talk at the bar all by ourselves, but I'm here for someone else. Whatever next, ready? When she finally walks into the restaurant, hate to say it, but I knew it, I was already gone. Oh, barely don't do it, you're breaking a heart. Barely don't do it, barely don't do it. But I need to go. It's not personal. I said, I'm sorry I'm here for someone else.
Your bridge to the world. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다 축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로 하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
It's
it's not easy to make proper judgment in a sudden event of an earthquake. That's why it is essential that we practice emergency drills during our daily lives so that we can be prepared for any such circumstances. As soon as you feel the earthquake, hide your body under a table to protect yourself. When the shaking has stopped, shut off the gas valves and turn off the electricity, and locate your way of exit by opening the doors. If you're coming out of a multi-story building, use the stairs and definitely not the elevators. When outside the building, rush to an open field and cover your head while en route. Finally, tune into a broadcasting channel and keep yourself updated on what's happening and what to do next. But remember, prevention is the best solution. This campaign is brought to you by BFM 부산영어방송.
Want to be a friend of BFM 부산영어방송? You can chat with BFM through our Kakao Talk service. You can share your messages and photos through Kakao Talk, and you can easily become BFM's Kakao friend by searching BFM through the Find a Friend option. Come share and chat with us at BFM anytime, anywhere for free. Don't forget to add BFM 부산영어방송 to your Kakao friends list.
Man, I haven't got a chance. I call him.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
포열 부산 아닙니까?
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
포열 부산.
포열 부산.
할까요? 포열 부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan.
Hi guys, welcome back to My Life, My English. This is Jenny, and everyone, guess what? Today we got our new guest. So let's say hi. Hello, hello.
Hi, my name is Tae-hoon Kwak from Busan, Korea. Friends of mine from other countries call me Sean. I'm kind of an extroverted person, but sometimes very quiet, depending on circumstances. What I do for a living is to work as a sales manager in a manufacturing company. That's why I meet and talk to a lot of people from overseas. My second job is a regional manager for Franchised English Academy. Lastly, what I love to do in my spare time is to work out at the gym, listening to For Your Busan and All-Star English during the exercise make me more energetic.
Wow, so BEFM makes you more energetic, right?
Yes, true.
All right, so how do you want me to call you? Like Sean or Tae-hoon-nim?
Just call me Sean.
Okay, sounds great. Okay, so nice to meet you, Sean. All right, then I really want to ask you, like, how did you get to know about this BEFM?
I usually listen to the radio and YouTube channels in English, but I'm not really sure how I tuned into BFM at the first time. Probably I found it by chance when I listened to the FM radio as English had been one of my favorite foreign languages, which I was willing to learn.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you usually listen to radio and YouTube channels in English, right?
Yes.
And that's because, your favorite foreign language is English also.
Yes,
Is that
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for listening to our BFM. All right, then I also want to ask you, since you said your favorite language is English, how did you get to learn English for the first time?
Yeah, in my generation, we started learning English in middle school. And for me, the English was the most interesting subject.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, on top of that, there was an unforgettable moment a long time ago when my uncle on my mom's side from United States visited Korea. It was absolutely fresh and shocking that my uncle and cousins speak 100% perfect English
Right.
as Korean Americans. This experience became a huge motivation that I went to Australia to learn English and study at the university afterwards.
Oh, wow. So, your uncle from States motivated you to learn English for the first time.
Yeah, that's why I went to Australia.
Oh, that's right. So you went to Australia and you've got to learn a little more proper English there. And then afterwards, you also went to university to study, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you've got to learn English for the first time. All right, then I also want to ask you, were there any moments you felt proud of yourself or maybe finding it beneficial through speaking English?
Yeah, it is definitely the moment when I help other people who faced with the language barrier. For instance, some American tourists got lost in the city. I could see they looked for someone who speaks English on the street. Then I talked to them and guided them their destination together by bus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. One more example is when I stayed in Malaysia for about 4 months as a business trip. I did various jobs such as procurement, technical meeting with a local end user, and inspection and preparing for a daily report.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, English was highly required for all these jobs. And I was so satisfied on the way back to Korea after completing all my mission.
That's right.
Yeah, in addition, the interview now is one of the happiest moments, and I feel like I'm over the moon right now.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, I'm so grateful, because I could take the chance for the interview of my life and my English.
Oh my goodness, it's our pleasure to have you here for our interviewee today. Like you said, you're feeling like you're over the moon, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for that. All right then, I want to ask you, are there any tips or maybe little tidbits for studying English?
I think persistence is the most crucial to learn foreign languages,
Absolutely.
including English. There's no shortcut.
Right.
Please do something every single day, step by step, in relation to English. I reckon reading is one of the best options if we don't have anyone to talk to. Moreover, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Practice makes perfect.
That's right.
My last tip is that everyone should find their own efficient way by themselves to improve English.
Yes, persistent is the most important thing to learn, not only for English, but for the whole language, right?
Yes.
You have to keep practicing, and also there's no shortcut. There's no magic tricks to be good in English. So yes, as Sean has said, don't be afraid to make mistakes because everyone does. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing your little tips. All right, then I also want to ask you, what lies ahead for your English journey in the future?
Yeah, firstly, I'd like to read a large number of books in English. Secondly, one of my future goals is to do something further in terms of teaching English.
Wow.
And finally, I'm eager to participate in English broadcasting, like what I'm doing right now.
Right.
I'll keep an eye on BFM as a loyal listener to take another opportunity.
Yes.
Hopefully, I must see you again. Thank you very much for having me today.
Oh my goodness. I'm sure we're gonna meet again because, all this passion and this positive energies, I can feel it. I'm sure you can make your goals and dreams come true. And we want to thank you so much for being our interviewee today. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
All right, listeners. So this was all about today's interview with Sean, Taehoon-nim. So yeah, hope to see you next week and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
What a guy. That was Taeun that we had talking here. Thank you once again to Jenny for bringing us My Life, My English. And Sean, or Taeun, as he's known among his international friends, Sean, sorry. He's a deputy sales manager in a manufacturing company and a regional manager for a franchised English academy. He's a friendly and energetic person from Busan and enjoys working out while listening to BFM programs like For Your Busan and All Star English. If you're listening right now, Sean, hello, and a very inspiring story. Thank you for that. He discovered BFM by chance while tuning into English channels and driven by a lifelong interest in the language that began in middle school and then was solidified by a memorable visit from some relatives from America. He later studied in Australia and has used his English skills to help lost tourists and handle international business during a stay in Malaysia. And he believes persistence is the key to language learning, recommending daily practice, reading, and not being afraid of mistakes. I have to 100% agree. I think the most important thing is not to be scared of mistakes. Because I have a lot of Korean friends who, they say they don't speak English. But I know they do speak a little bit, but they're scared of making mistakes. And that's sad, because we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, even if in our own native languages. If you listen to me, I'm constantly messing up my speech in both English and Korean, but you know what? I don't care. And you shouldn't either. So just have confidence and be like Sean, confident and excited to learn English. And we have this segment all the time. My Life, My English is every Wednesday, where we listen to the story of people from Busan who are learning the English language. A bit of inspiration. We have Pornim messaging in saying, yes, don't give up. Never give up. Always be persistent. Great stuff. Well, everyone, the time is now 5:09 in the afternoon. Hope you're having a great day. It's hump day, which means we are over halfway through the working week. Exciting stuff for sure. We've got messages coming in related to today's text topic. Today's text topic, by the way, is about what time in your life would you like to return to if you could? If you had a magic time machine that could send you back in time. 만약에 나의 가장 재미있었던 시절로 돌아갈 수 있다면 몇 살로 돌아가고 싶으신가요? Is our text topic. We had some messages. We had 상윤님 earlier saying, my golden age is for sure the MBA in the US. That was super tiring with crazy job searching. I believe it was the moment I had time, energy, and money, even though it was debt altogether. Hey, that's, you know what? Debt or not, if you had money to use at that point, I think that's okay. Now, when you say MBA, is that a master's? It's not the NBA. I'm sorry. MBA. 창PD, do you know what the MBA is in America? Is that like master's? Like 대학원인가요? I think it's 대학원. Okay, that's really cool. That's why, of course, your English is really good as well. Tiring, crazy job searching. We've all been there. But it sounds like those were the good days, right? And you called it the golden age for sure. I did like that time too. Thanks for your message. On the flip side of things, we have 만학도 영어님 saying, 안녕하세요. 저는 과거로 돌아가고 싶지 않아요. 지금이 제일 좋아요. 이유는요. 아이들은 제 앞가림할 수 있을 정도로 다 컸고, 그리고 무엇보다 제가 하고 싶었던 일을 원 없이 하고 있으니까요. That's great. If you're living your best life right now, then you don't need to go back. I'm sure you're proud of your kids. I know you're doing a business which you love and have a passion for. That's awesome. I'm glad you're living your best life right now. So MBA is Master of Business Administration. 경영전문대학원. Okay, that's good clarification just in case. Thank you for that. There we go. And 상윤님 also letting me know as well. That's really cool. That's really cool that you studied that in a foreign country as well. Busan Ajanim saying, hi Nick, how are you? I'm doing good. Very well, actually. I didn't really eat much today, but you know what? I'm fine because I'm more of an evening eater. This might be TMI, but thanks for asking. And we did have your song request lined up, Busan Ajanim, so don't worry. Your song will be coming out. Thank you for your request. Everyone, you can send your messages to #9050, 샵 9050, which will cost you 101. Kakao Talk message or YouTube live message, especially for our next segment, which is Quiz Master. There are prizes on the line, so make sure you get messaging in. Before that, though, we are going to take a quick song break, and this was requested by Busan Ajanim, Rise by Tomorrow by Together.
I believe in my way. The world keeps visions of my future self. I kept them deep inside my pockets as I held and gripped them tight. If I could just stop reaching and get used to giving up, at ease upon what I've been feeling all this time within my heart. But we know tears won't even be streaming down from your eyes that burned out low. The undetectable rival lives within our own. If you knew the truth, but I will not sway. I believe in my way. The world keeps on moving. I'm walking in something. I'm trying for something, but I am not breaking. Don't let go of your strength through every kind of night. And as the sun overcomes every time, it's all about to rise. Our footsteps of tomorrow leave us all as they echo. Turns out we just cannot walk straight, so zigzagging as we go. But we know that the shoes we have overused and the sweat that we've let fall are now transforming into a treasure that will glow forever. I gotta keep trying. I believe in my way. The world keeps on moving. I'm walking and stumbling. I'm trying for something, but I am not breaking. Don't let go of your strength through every kind of night. And as the sun overcomes every time, it's all about to rise. Making choices, I lose track. I move forward, I step back. What I gathered is lost and gone. I raise up, so proving wrong. The sun will rise again and reach you with its light. It's gonna be alright, our ongoing journey's bright. I believe in my way. The world keeps on moving. I'm walking and stumbling. I'm trying for something, but I am not breaking. Don't let go of your strength through every kind of night. And as the sun overcomes every time, it's all about to rise. It's all about to rise. It's all about to rise. It's all about to rise.
That was Rise by Tomorrow by Together, requested by Busan Is, who I think I just found out. He says, so he messaged in saying, I'm Sean, Nick. Wait a minute. You are 곽태훈? No, really? I didn't know this. No one told me this. So you have to tell me yes or no. Maybe I'm getting confused. You were doing the interview for My Life, My English. If so, that's amazing. I had no idea. And your English was really good, so I was really impressed as well. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now I know what you sound like, Busan Is. You sound totally different from how I imagined you would sound. I guess because, you're 사투리 master, I thought you would just speak English with Busan 사투리 as well, but you were very fluent. That's awesome. I had no idea. It was a pleasure to hear your voice, Busan Is, or Sean. Before we move on, I just want to read you a quick PSA. Dry weather and strong winds, especially in Gyeongbuk and the east coast of Gangwon, increase the risk of wildfires. Avoid using fire near forest during outings or hikes. Do not burn agricultural waste or trash. Even accidental wildfires may result in up to 3 years in prison or a fine of up to 30 million Korean won. Everyone, please be safe and please be careful. Before we move on to our Quiz Master segment, which we are about to go into, we had some messages coming in, particularly about today's text topic. We had Estaknim, welcome to the show. I have to change it a little bit, very interesting wording, but he said, in regards to when the best time of his life was, when he wants to go back to, 군 전역하고 대학 복학한 그때로 돌아가고 싶어요. 이 정신 상태로 돌아간다면 그때 당시 내가 좋아하는 여자를 200% 내 여자친구로 만들 수 있을 것 같아요. 라고 하셨어요. So what do you know now that you didn't know then? maybe because you were younger, you kind of were a bit more less mature, but now you're more mature. Interesting. I have faith in you. If you can go back, you can make that girl that you liked your girlfriend. That's very honest of you. Thanks for the message. That's really cool. You know, I think about that sometimes. I think, if I could go back, not necessarily make this girl my girlfriend, but I could have done this differently. I could have done better in this part of my life. We all have regrets, right? Yeah. Busan Ajanim saying, yes, indeed, it is you. Wow, okay, Busan Ajanim, it was a pleasure. I'm sorry, I had nobody told me this, so I'm going to have to go back and listen one more time. But thanks for coming out on the show, for coming to My Life, My English and telling your story. It was fascinating, really fascinating. Good job. All right, it is now time for Quiz Master. This is where you have the opportunity to win a prize by texting the answer. Okay? Texting the answer to our question. Today is Wednesday, which only means one thing. It means it's 부사투. 부산 사투리 추천 받습니다. So Busan has its own unique dialect. The unique dialect sometimes plays an important role in movies or dramas. Today we're going to have a quiz about this special, attractive point of Busan dialect. 자, 지금부터 저희가 한 표현을 드리겠습니다. 그러면 여러분이 그 표현에 맞는 맛깔스러운 부산 사투리를 보내주시면 됩니다. So what is the happiest moment from your day? Maybe it's 4 p.m. I'm sorry, it might be, it might not be. Maybe it's the morning when you wake up and see your partner snoring. Maybe that's happy for you. Maybe it's when you get a message from a friend that you've been waiting to hear from. Or maybe when a dish you cooked turns out way better than expected. Or maybe when you step on the scale after a workout and you see you've lost a few pounds. When you think about it, there are actually more feel-good moments in a day than we often realize, right? 기분이 좋을 때 나도 모르게 나오는 한마디. 내 기분이 좋다는 것을 누군가에게 알려주는 한마디. 오늘 왜 이렇게 기분이 좋지? 와, 오늘 정말 신난다. 날아갈 것 같은 기분이야. 등등등 이렇게 말할 수 있죠. I feel amazing today. I'm on cloud 9. I'm feeling great. I'm in a good mood today. 이렇게 말할 수 있죠. 그래서 오늘은 이 한 문장을 부산 사투리로 만들어 보겠습니다. 여러분이 기분이 좋은 바로 그 순간 어떻게 말하는지 부산 사투리로 표현해 주세요. Tell me how you express that you are in a good mood in 사투리. Quite a challenge, right? Actually, I'm sure it's quite easy. Maybe. Let me know anyway. You can send your messages to #9050, 샵 9050 to cost you 101, Kakao Talk message or a YouTube live message. Send them to me. You could be in with a chance of winning a prize. And today, 수요일이잖아요. 그래서 오늘의 상품이 어마어마합니다. It's pizza. Pizza. I'm not sure what the toppings are. I'm sure it's customizable. Is it customizable, Jang PD? Pizza toppings, or is it set? It's set. Do you know what the topping is? It's random. It's random. There you go. If you don't like it, just pick it off. I do that. I pick off what I don't like a child sometimes. Send your messages to us, and then we'll be right back to read some of them. Your 사투리 versions of I'm feeling great. We're going to take a song break, and then we'll be back. This is March, April, May by Wouter Hamel.
March, April, May, June, July. March, April, May, June, July.
The sun don't shine, my Valentine is far across the ocean. My bed feels cold, my love's in toad, and I can't find the potion. The birds don't sing, it's almost spring, but blizzards rage inside me. I hibernate and hide away till the sun comes out to find me. 'Cause March, April, May will wash away the gray. June and July will make you soar up in the sky. March, April, May will make you sing and sway. June and July, let's give love a try. I can't return, my bridges burned and sabotage behind me. I've tried so hard, played all my cards, but fortune just can't find me. When stars align, we'll intertwine, but winter days have tightened me. I hibernate and hide away till the sun comes out to find me. 'Cause March, April, May will wash away the gray. June and July will make you soar up in the sky. March, April, May will make you sing and sway. June and July, let's give love a try. March, April, May will wash away the gray. June and July will make you soar up in the sky. March, April, May will make you sing and sway. June and July, let's give love a try. March, April, May will wash away the gray. June and July will make you soar up in the sky. March, April, May will make you sing and sway. June and July, let's give love a try. March, April, May will wash away the gray. June and July will make you soar up in the sky. March, April, May will make you sing and sway. June and July, let's give love a try. 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 March, April,
That was March, April, May by Wouter Hamel. We're in the middle, one of those months. We're in April, right? There you go. May's coming up soon. Well, what's the date today? It's the 9th. Yeah, we've got loads of time left, haven't we? Welcome back, everyone. It is 5:25 in the afternoon. You're listening to For Your Busan. My name is Nick. Hope you're having a great Hump Day Wednesday so far. We're in the middle of our 부사추 segment. Well, our Quiz Master segment. Today is 부사추, 부산 사투리 추천 받습니다. So when do you feel the happiest during the day? Maybe it's a beautiful sunny day, when everything's going your way. Or perhaps it's when you discover something you've been wanting to buy is maybe suddenly on sale. Those are always feel-good moments. So, when you're in a good mood, how do you express it? 기분이 좋을 때 나도 모르게 나오는 한마디. 내 기분이 좋다는 것을 누군가에게 알려주는 한마디. 오늘 왜 이렇게 기분이 좋지? 와, 오늘 정말 신난다. 날아갈 것 같은 기분이야. 등등등 이렇게 말하죠. So, 기분이 좋은 바로 그 순간 여러분이 어떻게 말하는지 부산 사투리로 표현해주세요. That is today's task. As always, 부사추 is kind of dangerous. Because there are so because I always tell 장 PD, can you 미리 좀 검토해 주세요? 막 하는데 검토 안 해주시더라고요. So I read it and then he's like, 그렇게 말하면 안 되는데. And I'm like, whatever. Too late now, dude. Too late. So I'm going to use my best discernment and go through these. All right. We have 상윤님 saying 죽여주네. If it's not PG, then try 째지네. 기분이 째지네. I've heard that. That's a good one. Feeling great. I'm feeling like I'm being ripped apart. That's how good I'm feeling. All right, good stuff. We also have 강성헌님. Welcome to the show, 강성헌님, saying one of them here. 그렇지, 바로 이거지. 이거야, 살아있네. That's good. I like that. Safe and very good. We've got some more messages in. I don't think... What about Kim님's, Chang PD? Kimnim on Kakao. Is that okay? 기분이 죽여주네. Is that okay to read? This one? He's like, don't. All right, gotcha. Everyone, please send me some more. It's very interesting. It's very interesting what I can and can't read. Raration님 saying 사투리는 언제나 정겹습니다. I agree. I love it when I can understand it. Sometimes I've been to the countryside where I've, especially when I used to do TV, I used to go to the countryside. I used to hang out with like the 할머니, 할아버지들 of like a 마을, and it was so fun. It was so like 정도 많고 재미있기도 했고. But I could only understand about 30% of what they said because 그때는 사투리가 너무 진해가지고 좀 많이 힘들었습니다. But I could feel the emotion as opposed to understand the word. So I'm sure you kind of know what I'm talking about, right? I do feel what you mean though. Alright, 고수님 saying 됐다. 오늘 기분 이 정도 딱 됐다. I thought 되다 was like 힘들다.
그죠, 그건 되다.
되다.
딱 됐다 이거는.
딱 됐다.
That's it. Good.
Oh, that's great. Okay, there you go. That's a nice one, 고수님. Keep sending them in. Everyone, keep sending me your 사투리. Okay, your 사투리. We got one from S.님 as well. Let me see. 회사 선배랑 했던 대화입니다. 선배, 와 오늘 죽여주네. 나 뭐가요? 선배, 그냥 죽여주네. That sounds like a good conversation. A very productive conversation in Busan. That's great. You know, I always thought I could say that one. But apparently got to change it a little bit. Jenny님 saying 기분 죽여주네. There you go. 상윤님 뿅 가네. Is that like 하트뿅? 뿅 가네? 하트뿅 가네. 좋죠. Alright, keep sending them to #9050 샵 9010 should cost you 101 Kakao Talk message or a YouTube live message. We're going to take a song break and we'll be back with more. This is Lucky Girl Syndrome by Illit. Sorry, it's by Eyelids, and it was requested by Ponim.
완벽한 날씨 딱 맞는 playlist 오늘의 selfie I say I'm lucky 세상은 chocolate 삼키자 so sweet 긍정의 짓기 Lucky girl syndrome I don't need 어떤 golden ticket도 All I need 내 자신을 믿는다 Finally 다 이루어질 거야 내 주문을 외워 Yeah, love, yeah, I'm a lucky girl Yeah, you're a lucky girl Yeah, you're so lucky Love 주문을 걸어 love 난 정말 lucky girl 넌 정말 lucky girl 지겨봐 breakfast 선택은 best choice 도착한 cruise line 신호는 green light 빨갛진 눈에 터지는 순간 붙여봐 hashtag lucky girl syndrome 설렘이 계속 차오르는 걸 I believe 이뤄져 믿는 대로 Follow me 넌 이유를 아니 Together you and me Yeah love Yeah I'm a lucky girl Yeah you're a lucky girl Yeah we're so lucky love 주문을 걸어 love 넌 정말 lucky girl 넌 정말 lucky girl Oh my girl 주문을 걸어 say That's my girl lucky girl syndrome Oh my girl 주문을 걸어 say That's my girl lucky girl syndrome Yeah I'm a lucky girl
That was Lucky Girl Syndrome by Eyelids, requested by Pornim. Thank you very much for that song request. And welcome back, everybody, for your Busan. We've got some messages coming in. We have Soinim coming in a little bit earlier saying, 오늘 늦었습니다. Hello. It's okay, Soinim. Hope you're having a great day and welcome to the show right now. Mina Linim as well. Good to see you. And Hancool8nim saying, their 사투리. So today's 사투리 version or 사투리 challenge is how to say that you are feeling good. 기분이 좋을 때 하는 사투리입니다. So 한콜8님 says, 행배야, 날씨 죽여주네. That's good. 행배. Oh, what did you say 행배 was again? Oh, it's a character name from 도시범죄? 범죄도시?
범죄와의 전쟁.
범죄와의 전쟁. There you go. You can tell I haven't really seen many of these films. Okay, thank you very much for that one. We also had 음파님. Hello, welcome to the show. Saying 늦은 인사, 안녕하세요. 기분이 억수로 좋대. Welcome to. I'm glad you're feeling good. I hope you really are feeling good. And you're not just doing the challenge. You know what they say, fake it till you make it. So even if you're having a bad day, try saying, 기분이 왜 이렇게 좋지? And then maybe you will feel better. I don't know, if you're good at, what is it? Fooling yourself, tricking your own psyche into thinking you're in a good mood. Maybe it works. We have 만학도 영어는 also saying, 기분 끝내준다. That's good. 기분이 끝내준다. I feel my feelings are finished. If you directly translate it. Yeah. Anyone else? Send it to me. 상윤님 saying, I'm a lucky girl today. Can I say that? I don't know. It might be fine, Chang PD, but it's okay. 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 오늘 운빨 좀 받네. Okay, I'm getting the luck today, right? That's fine. Did I just read something that I shouldn't read? I'm sure it's fine. Like 사진빨, right? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Whew. This is the most nerve-wracking time for me this time. 조현철님 say, 아싸, 죽여주네. Well, thank you very much for that, 조현철님. And everyone else sending a message, thank you. But I'm going to choose a winner. Okay, lots of you had really good ones. Some of you tried to trip me up. But luckily, I don't choose the prizes. It is our lovely 작가님 outside. We're going to give a pizza coupon to 강성헌님께 드리겠습니다. 강성헌님, thank you very much. Enjoy it. Enjoy. 맛있게 물어. 아니, 맛있게 드세요. 강성헌님. Thank you very much, everyone, for sending your 사투리s. Remember, if you didn't win today, you can always win tomorrow. So, yeah, come and say hello. Try your luck at the quiz, and you could win. Anyway, right now it's 5:35, and that means Melissa is in the building.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Melissa came into the studio. She's looking at me with some really strange look. Now I'm feeling scared because I can't hear the music, so I don't know if I'm on time or not. Was I right?
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
If I don't have the headphones, I can't hear the music.
Oh, you're not wearing any headphones today?
Yeah.
Headphone free?
Headphone free for a while, I think. So,
wow. Okay, look at you. Free and crazy life.
Just next it'll be the t-shirt. And then next it'll be this. I'm kidding,
okay, and then the live stream crashes, and then
you can don't be shy. You can take it off if you want, unless you love the sound of your own voice.
No, I prefer the headphones because without the headphones on, it's just I don't know. It's so strange.
Feel naked, right?
Because the sound it seems so quiet. So then I feel like should I shout? Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yes.
If I do shout, please let me know.
Okay. So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Yes.
Well, you're here to talk about some ridiculous controversies and some interesting facets of life in Korea. I don't know if that's a sentence.
Yes, absolutely. Tourists are visiting Busan in record numbers, and with this popularity comes a lot of curiosity about all the details of life in Korea. So we discuss the seemingly mundane parts of the average Busan resident's life and break down the ridiculous controversies surrounding them. And of course, especially today, we need your views, listeners.
Yes, if you have an opinion at all and you would like to chime in, just send your messages to pound 9050 샵 9050 cost 201 or a Kakao Talk message. Yeah, let us know because, really here we just talk about our opinions about certain cultural differences. There's no right or wrong answer, just speaking based off experience.
Absolutely. And today, this experience is very important because I thought I would help translate some vital Korean phrases that don't actually mean what their literal translation might lead you to believe.
Okay.
So, listeners, please tell us what's a phrase that is not always used in a way that matches its literal meaning.
I think you'll have to give us some examples.
Okay. First up, 건강한 맛. It tastes healthy. Translation, it tastes bad.
I guess that's interesting, yeah. In English, if you say, oh, it tastes healthy, it means it's 맛없다는 뜻이죠. It tastes
Yes,
like gross.
right? It's like, why are you forcing me to eat this? Are you calling me fat? Am I on a diet? Are you my personal trainer?
Yeah.
Right? 싱거워요.
Yeah.
맛이 안 나요.
Yeah.
Yes.
그럼 장 PD 혹시 한국말로도 건강한 맛이라고 할 때 좀 맛없다는 뜻이 그런 뉘앙스가 있을까요?
nuance라고 to me
그냥 한약이나.
나한테는
Yeah.
it sounds like it.
Because
It is not a
he
good
thinks
thing.
French fries is a vegetable, so he would.
Well, I mean, French fries are made from potatoes, 감자. 감자 is a vegetable, therefore French fries
Why do you have the
are
same
vegetables.
logic? Doesn't
What?
make sense.
I mean, coffee's from a bean.
tomato.
Beans are vegetables. Bean juice.
Bean
Ta-da!
juice? You have bean juice? What is bean juice?
Coffee.
Oh my god.
Beans.
Oh.
Get it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So, I mean, I hear this phrase a lot, especially like right now, I'm on a Mediterranean food cooking kick,
yeah.
right? But everything I make like in Mediterranean dishes these days, it's pretty heavy on tomatoes and 영국 오이. I asked you before the show, what's 영국 오이?
I didn't
As
know.
a 영국 사람, you just said 오이. But
Yeah.
it's different from the regular 오이. Because
Is it?
the skin is edible. The regular 오이, you cut it off.
Do you?
But 영국 오이, you can leave it on
Wait,
because it's not such a like strong, bitter taste.
In Korea too, I just eat the skin on the oil in Korea too. You're not
Okay.
supposed to. I know it's in Korea. the
It
cucumbers
depends on
have
the
that.
type.
A lot of cucumbers have that weird like the white like bumps on them.
Yes, if it's the dark outside, you cut that off. But the lighter colored one,
I
you
eat
can
it.
eat. Okay.
I eat it. Oh. I
All
do.
right. So I guess you don't have a problem with 건강한 맛.
I honestly love 건강한 맛.
Really?
Especially Mediterranean food is probably my favorite in the world. So I'm happy to eat sun-dried tomatoes with any type of cucumbers and feta cheese and all of that good stuff with olive oil drenched on it.
Right?
It's good.
See, I also love it, but when I make it and I hear, oh, this is so 건강한 맛, I think, oh, so I should lose this recipe.
여기죠.
Never make this again.
It's an insult.
It's an insult,
Yeah.
right? But it's not the only unsuspecting Korean phrase that translates to "it tastes bad," right? There's also 신기한 맛. Spoiler alert, it's not actually interesting, right?
Yeah.
This also tastes bad.
Yeah.
But since, you probably made it and now you're standing right there watching me eat it, I'm going to go ahead and select 신기한 as my 형용사 of choice.
신기한.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
to be fair, 신기한 맛 or interesting taste, it can also translate to, I haven't decided if I hate this yet or not. 신기한 맛.
I would
right?
agree, but in English though, when you take a bite of something and you go, it's interesting, it means it's disgusting. 90%
Yes.
of the time, it means it's absolutely disgusting.
Right? It works exactly the same in English as well.
Exactly. And there's loads of foods that you can try. We all have our tastes, so we don't want to yuck anyone's yum by saying this is interesting. When I came to Korea, I'm going to say this now. In Korea, there is so much good food. The Korean food is great. But there are some things that are quite interesting.
Yes.
Like, in my opinion, and I know we've talked about this on air, pizza here, it's interesting.
Yes. if it's 고구마 pizza, it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Which means it's terrible.
The garlic bread here, interesting.
Interesting, because it's sweet. It's danjan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember especially using this in America when I went to potluck dinners in high school.
Oh.
Korea doesn't really have this potluck tradition, right? It's maybe closest translation is 각자 음식 들고 가기, right? So, like, if everybody contributing to the potluck is a good cook,
it's fine.
Yeah.
But when you got some terrible cooks in there, especially if they're like 엄청 착한 사람, but 와 진짜 요리 잘 못해요. You don't want to be the one to tell them, right?
With a potluck, the interesting thing is people won't say, oh, this is good, oh, this isn't so good. The way you know yours is not good is that nobody's touched it. Everyone else says their food is like almost empty, and then the one you brought, it's still like full of food. And
Yes.
then that's the biggest insult when you go to a potluck, I think.
That's true. If all of yours is left.
We have a Relation님 saying, 혹시 닉은 청국장 드셔봤나요? 건강을 위해서 추천합니다. 저는 청국장 엄청 좋아합니다. I love 청국장. It is... I think it's like 된장찌개, but times 10 in terms of health, and I think it's delicious. I actually like the smell now.
Oh, okay.
Because
it's a strong, pungent smell.
It's a pungent smell. You associate the smell with the flavor, and at first it smells quite pongy, quite strong, but then when you eat it, my brain associates that strong smell with the good flavor now.
Okay.
And it's healthy
More
too.
like savory
Yeah.
association.
Yeah. Do you like 청국장?
No.
It's interesting.
Not really.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
It's very
interesting.
I
Yeah,
love it.
it's interesting. Like when I went to a potluck and I had what I thought was au gratin potatoes, right? 치즈감자. But as I dig in, I realize it wasn't au gratin potatoes, but rather hot cabbage, milky something like 우유, 양배추, got. I don't know. To this day, I still don't know what it was. A little bit of trauma.
Yeah.
And my friends asked, like you said, people don't directly say good,
Yeah.
bad. They said, oh, how are the potatoes? And I said, well, first of all, it's cabbage and it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Right? 신기한 맛. Tastes interesting. Works. English, Korean.
Interesting is the new way. It's the politer way to say it's gross.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So now, usually when, well, actually, I want to go on to another translation about
Okay.
food. Tell us another translation.
So this one, it's not only limited to food, but you will hear it in food situations also. 어렵습니다. It's difficult. Translation, I don't want to deal with that, so the answer is no.
You know what? That is one of the ones that I find very interesting, but not in a bad interesting, not disgusting.
You find it interesting.
정말 흥미로운 것 같아요. It's very where in Korea culture is to say if you can't do something, you'll say, "Oh, 제가 좀 힘들 것 같습니다." In English, if you go, "Oh, that'll be quite difficult," it's like, what are you saying?
Yes.
Is it difficult?
Okay,
어렵나요?
it's difficult. Sorry, so it'll take you an extra 5 minutes.
You would literally
right?
say, 제가 못합니다. I can't do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, right? So, and we talked about this last week with the cafes, right? Like, can I add such and such to my drink? 어렵습니다. Can I get my cheeseburger without the tomato? 어렵습니다. Can I recycle this 비닐 습기 제거제, the like dehumidifying box?
Yeah.
어렵습니다, right? And
Yeah.
I remember hearing this at the bank years ago. I wanted to open a savings account, and they see a 외국인 wanting to open a savings account, and right away, 어렵습니다. So me taking everything literal, per usual, I'm like, oh, 괜찮아요, 시간 있어요. Yeah, I don't think that bank teller liked me. Yeah, I don't think she was happy.
You know what? That's totally true. So I like to, when I go to an ice cream store, when I get like a milkshake of ice cream 밀크쉐이크가 있잖아요. I like to mix two flavors.
Oh, 어렵습니다.
너무 어려운가 봐요. Because whenever I go there, I'm like, 혹시 이 뭐 치즈케이크 맛이랑 초코 맛을 좀 섞어서 그렇게 막 만들어 주시겠어요? 그건 되게 힘들 것 같습니다. I'm like,
Right.
아이 뭐가 힘들어요? 그냥 두 가지 맛을 섞으면 되죠. And I'm like, but then you have to realize that it means I can't do it. It's not in protocol for
Yeah.
me to do that. It's not physically difficult. I can do it.
Right.
It's just not something I am allowed to do.
See, because sometimes also I offer, like I will tell them, I will pay extra if you can do this.
Yeah.
But 어렵습니다.
어렵죠.
Yeah, we,
You know
we
what?
cannot.
It's. I think it's a good, all-encompassing way just to say I'm not allowed to do that. I can't do that. And you just
Yes.
have to learn that it's just the culture, kind of more of an indirect way of saying No.
Yes,
Yeah.
a nice way of saying no. I like Drift Monkey Neem, the example, lumps of gamja on pizza. Interesting. Yeah, go to the pizza shop. Can you cut the potatoes a little bit smaller on my pizza?
Yeah.
어렵습니다.
어렵죠.
Yeah, nope, we
제가
can't
할게요.
do that, right?
I'll do it then.
Yeah. So, many times with 신기한 맛, 건강한 맛, it's like trying to protect someone's feelings a little bit, right? That's why we do that. And another totally not food-related example would be, Nick, what would you tell a new parent who is so excited to introduce you to their new baby? They desperately want you to meet their baby in person. You get there, and the baby looks like a space alien, straight out of a sci-fi movie. What do you say?
Well, I guess it would be like if I met an adult who maybe was kind of strange looking.
Okay.
I wouldn't say anything.
You would say nothing, and they're like, what do you think of my baby?
I was like, my goodness, you're ugly. I wouldn't say anything like that. That's...
Don't invite Nick to see your baby. My
Maybe-
goodness, you're ugly.
Maybe
okay.
I would say, like, wow, it's a human baby. Something.
That sounds bad. Wow, it's a human. I thought you were going to give birth to a cat, but here there's a human.
Honestly, I've never encountered this situation where I've
Really?
wanted to say that your baby is ugly. Have you?
Oh,
Have you?
yes, I have.
Okay.
And the correct answer is, what a blessing. That baby is a blessing. Yeah. Translation, your baby's ugly, but I'm not going to risk testing your new mom's spidey sense by lying to your face and saying your baby is cute. So, blessing it is.
It's
what
a
a blessing.
It's new life.
Yes.
It's a blessing.
The blessing of new life.
I had a colleague who had a kid, and he had this kid, and the child wasn't, cute by other baby standards, I guess. I don't know what the standard is. But he said, my baby's not very good looking, but I love her. And I was like,
okay.
that's cool. You can admit maybe they're not going to win any beauty pageants, but who cares about looks?
Yes,
It's
but
just looks.
if the parent says that, you cannot join in.
Oh, no.
You're right. Don't join in.
You're
Don't
right.
join in.
맞네. I would not say that.
Yeah, can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now a little spin on that. Instead of a baby that is not attractive, picture it. You're meeting your bestie's new boyfriend or girlfriend for the first time. They're so excited. You meet. Your bestie immediately asks what you think of their boyfriend or girlfriend who is not attractive physically. Not. Nobody is going to say handsome, good looking.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I don't know. I don't like judging people's appearances. I mean, we do think these things. I think what a lot of people in Korea say is like, oh, 네가 아깝다. Like, oh, you're too good for them. If you're really close.
Okay.
But especially if it's a friend, I wouldn't say anything. It's their choice.
You wouldn't say anything?
And, everyone has their own 개인의 취향이 있잖아요. Their own personal preferences. If that's who they find attractive, more power to them.
Okay. Is that what you would say? If that's who you find attractive, more power to you.
Then if I had to say a compliment, I'll be like, 와, 키 너무 크시네요, or something
Oh,
like.
he's tall.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. What about you then?
Well, there are several in English. My friends in this situation, they say, he seems nice.
Oh, that's
Nice, right? Another one is, I'm sure he has a great personality.
Oh, no, that is an insult.
Or, well, as long as you're happy. As long as you're happy, I'm happy for you.
I think everything you say, Melissa, is intended to insult.
Right? So, yeah, if you hear these things about your boyfriend or girlfriend, he seems nice, as long as you're happy, I'm sure they have a great personality, or maybe he looks better in person than the picture.
Well, they say that. In Korea, they say 실물이 훨씬 잘생기셨네요. Like, 훨씬 예뻐요. They say, like, you look better in person, which I think is a compliment because they're saying you look better than in your pictures or in your
Maybe. I actually have heard that several times. People say, oh, you look better than in your picture.
사진이 훨씬 나요.
Why, thanks. Why, thanks. Yeah. So, I mean, but it's much nicer to say, I'm sure he has a great personality than to say, like, do you have a concussion? 뇌진탕이 있어요? Right? You
got away with
be, you don't want to be blunt. Yeah.
I would say he seems nice. That kind of implies, okay, they're you could do better. But when you say, I'm sure they have a nice personality, that's now become such a phrase where it directly means, oh, they're not very good looking. I'm sure they have a nice personality. It's used a lot these days, it's used to insult, I think. So
Yes.
I would just say, I just wouldn't mention it. We have Ration saying, 이 세상 모든 아기는 귀여워요. Yeah, all babies are cute. All babies are cute.
Okay.
She doesn't agree.
Okay. I'm just going to say, okay, until they throw up on you. Then they're significantly less cute. But, you know.
Yeah, for
okay.
sure. Yeah, there you go. All right, what else? We got a couple of minutes. What else we got?
Okay, so feel free to jump in here to these other translations. This is an English one. What did you just say? Translation, wrong answer. Try again, but this time don't say something infuriating or stupid.
Okay, I get that. Like a mother telling off, maybe the son was getting rowdy. Maybe he said a bad word. And the mother turns around, what did you just say?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's scary.
Because if it's, what did you say? Like, I genuinely didn't hear you. Like, oh, what did you say? But what did you just say? The
just 부분이 중요하죠.
What did you just say? What did you just tell me? Ooh.
That's got such impact.
Rephrase that or else you are going to get a tongue lashing. Yeah. Right?
And they open their eyes wide and look like they're about to go ham on you, right? What did you just say?
Yes.
So yeah, if you say, what did you say? That's just like, 방금 뭐라고 하셨나요? What did you just say? 뭐라고?
Yes.
그런 느낌이에요.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You have a little zing on it.
You have to be careful in things
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
Right.
What's another one?
Another one. We need to talk.
Oh no.
Translation.
Don't break up with me.
I'm breaking up with you. Yes. Right? There is no instance of we need to talk being good news.
We need to
Never.
talk이라는 말을 듣자마자 이거 헤어지자는 소리처럼 들리니까. Yeah.
Yes.
It's very common. If you are in a relationship and your partner says, we need to talk, prepare your heart.
Yes.
It's not going to be good.
And prepare your singles profile online. Yeah, because that's what it means. I've never heard we need to talk for something other than a breakup. Have you? Like we need to talk, I lost my job and I have no money. I've never heard it used for a different bad situation.
Because if it's like, I lost my job, it's like, could we have a chat? Or wait, what would you say? We need to talk is serious.
Like, I want to tell you something,
Do you
or
have time?
I need to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
It would always be different. I think it's more
Yeah.
like, I need to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
Or I need to tell you something.
Yeah.
It's never, we need to talk.
For sure.
Yeah.
We need to talk. Oh, dangerous words.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Here's
Yeah.
another one. Sounds good, but actually is not. You do you. Translation, you're about to make a huge mistake, but I do not want to get involved in this drama. So,
Yeah.
good luck.
알아서 해. 네 마음대로 해. You do you.
Yep.
Don't
You do
involve
you.
me. There you go.
Bye. Yeah, I'm not dealing with this.
These
I wish you well.
these are really good points, and something I think that it's more difficult to translate across, like you said. So when you're learning another language, it's important to understand these small nuances that can totally change the meaning of what you're trying to convey.
Absolutely.
So Melissa, we thank you very much for bringing these to our attention, and hope you have a good week. You do you for the rest of this week, and have a good one. Hope you don't meet any
Why, thanks.
ugly babies.
All right. It would be a blessing if I did.
It would be. Melissa, I'll catch you next week.
See you next week.
All right, everyone, the time is now 5:55 in the afternoon. We've got to wrap up the show. Thank you for joining me this hump day. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a safe and wonderful evening.
Your Bridge to the World. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을